Alright, what's up, y'all? What up, man? What up, what up, what up? We are back. We are freaking back. Y'all ready to make a beat from scratch? Do me a favor and hit that like button on the way in. Alright, it helps the channel grow, you know. Subscribing to the video, or, excuse me, subscribing to the channel does too as well. Alright, so hit them buttons for me, y'all. What's up, Pat? Pat Lawton, what's up? We're gonna make a beat, y'all. Also, I'm gonna need, let's see, we're gonna need some drum packs in the chat. So let's drop the instructions for that. Here we go. Right there, y'all, right there, right there. Let me figure this out real quick. I'm gonna start in piano, like usual. Let's find the right tempo. I think that's good, right? We can work with that. We can work with that. Let's make it happen. I might redo this whole pattern, to be honest with you. Alright, let's redo it. Let's redo it, man. Come on. Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. Let's take this out. That's better. What y'all want to name this track, man? What y'all want to call this? We can do that. We can do that. What should we call this, y'all? What y'all want to name this track? What y'all want to name this track, man? And double tap the screen for me, if y'all know what I mean. It really helps the channel out a lot. I greatly appreciate it. So double tap the screen for me, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Sub to the channel as well if you haven't already. Okay? If y'all see that button right there, man, hit it today and get out your way. Hit that mug today. I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Let's see what y'all say in the chat. Y'all got any names for the track? Who wants to name the track, man? Who's gonna get to name the track? I'll give it like a just a placeholder name for now, a generic name. Today's date is June 8th, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, today's the 8th. Okay. Cool. Lock it in, make it happen, man. Locking it in. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Y'all ready to keep it going? I'm gonna need y'all to drop them letters in the chat, though. Drop them letters in the chat to pick the drum packs. We got my mom in the chat. She said, "Hey, Oren, I'm proud of you. You're doing a fantastic job. Much success on your journey. Everyone helped grow the channel." Thank you, Ma. That's my real life mother right there, y'all. That's my real life mother. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, drop me some letters of the alphabet in the chat, okay? Just any letter y'all want to in the chat, except for maybe like Q and maybe Z. I think we have one drum pack that starts with the letter Z, but I'm pretty sure we don't have any that start with the letter Q, okay? So do what y'all gotta do. I'll give y'all a minute, all right? Let's make it happen. I'll see y'all in the chat, man. Drop me some letters in the chat. For now, though, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna add a few different patterns here, different plugins and all that. What's up, buddy? What up? What up? Oh, good luck tonight, buddy. Good luck tonight at work. I appreciate you being here. So let's see. I want to find something that doesn't sound crazy. Oh, I like that. gonna change the bass as well, but we'll use this for now. Let's get it. To it. We can try it out. Take some of these out, boom, 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 just like that. go. Oh, hold on. going, dog? I'm ready to get these drums, man. Y'all ready to make the drums happen? Yo, put any letter of the alphabet y'all want to in the chat, man. I'll pick a corresponding drum pack, okay? I'll jump it off. I'll pick a random letter, all right? Let's do it. Let's pick the letter A. Why not? Let's do that. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we can use that. Let's make it happen. What's up, Avery? Welcome back. What you do to get grounded? What happened? I was like, damn, I ain't seen Avery in heaven. How you got in trouble? She said he learned it from you. You gotta be a better influence, Avery. Come on. mean, you know, whatever your parents say. But they, you know, the tough part about being a parent is we don't know everything, you know. So give your parents some grace, you know, cut them some slack. Maybe if you cut them some slack, they might cut you some slack, you know what I mean? Okay, real quick. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. When's the baby due though? Like how many more months she got? No copy this over. Have maybe, I don't know, 2 other versions of it. Chop that in here. Cool. Let's try it. We're gonna have to copy it again. Let's put it, actually not there. Let's put it here. You said about 9 more weeks, so like, you know, a little over 2 months. That's what's up. You said she's gonna be born on your birthday? Yeah, there you go. She might just be like you. You know what I'm saying? She might be just like you. That's something I wish I had growing up is you know, younger siblings. Because basically for me, I'm the youngest in my whole family. You know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest. Shit, I got like a 50-something-year-old sister. You know what I mean? And I'm in my 30s, so yeah, my dad had kids across 2 different generations. You know what I'm saying? Some people might can relate to that though, especially if you're black, you know what I mean? That's definitely a prevalent thing in the black community, dog. It really is. That shit's more common than you realize. You got dudes having kids at 50, 60 years old and shit. You know what I mean? And at the same time, they might be having them at like 18, 19, 20. You know? Straight up. All right, let's figure this out though. Take these out. don't fit the best. Oh yeah, look, Avery's got that 2-month membership. Speaking of which, y'all, if y'all want to, man, definitely become a member of the channel. I highly recommend it. I have about 80 different videos where we make beats from scratch, just like that. You know what I'm saying? The whole process saved live and in real time. Over on the member section of the channel, alright? So I'll drop the link for that in the chat. If y'all want to do that, man, the option's definitely there. I definitely recommend it. Especially if you like to make music, or you like to learn about making music, or you just are curious, you know, how these songs are made. Y'all can check it out, the process right there. Right there. Become a member, y'all. Okay, yep. See, that makes sense. Yep. Your granddad had kids across generations. Yep. It be happening, man. It happens. I'm gonna automate this. That way I don't have to have a bunch of copy samples over. I'm gonna automate this. I'm gonna have to drop it down as it's playing, okay? Got it. I know what I need to do. We need 2 things from you, from all you, all right? 2 things, man. We're going to see who gets it, though. We need some letters in the chat, and we need a name for the track, all right? And I missed you too, Bunny. I missed you. I appreciate that. Had a busy day today, man, so we streamed a little late. you know. But we're gonna do the game stream tonight for sure. I'm for sure gonna do a double feature tonight for y'all. Okay, we're gonna hop on the game after the stream, after the music thing. But for now, we got this. What up, Will? Welcome back, man. Q. That's the one letter I ain't got. I haven't found no drum packs that start with the letter Q. But most things, most letters I got. Maybe like once I buy a whole bunch of more expansion packs and all that, then maybe we'll find a Q here and there. But for now, we ain't got that, man. We ain't got it. Cyan. Oh, you like the cyan? Okay, yeah. Cause the member thing, I see. She's like, I'm celebrating that. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, what we gonna do for the name though? What we gonna do for the name? What y'all think for the name? What y'all wanna do for the name? What y'all thinking about? What y'all thinking about, dog? Okay. So we got that. We good on that? We good on that, man. Hey man, my arms are pretty nice, dog. See that? See, man. I told y'all, look, once I start working out again, it's gonna pop right back. You know what I mean? I took like what, eight months off of working out. I can already see that shit. My forearms and shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. The orange special, you for real? You wanna call it that? Let's see, hold on. I think Avery got it first. She got it first in the chat. I like all the names though. I like all the names. Golden Victory, Hiding in Plain Sight. I like all those. Which one are we gonna pick? Which one we gonna get, y'all? I mean, look, you'd ask my lady how strong I am, you know? I'll leave it at that. The orange special. Avery got it first? Yeah, yep, she did. Okay, the orange special. Appreciate all y'all though. Appreciate y'all for participating in the show, because some of y'all just be sitting way back on your butt, not typing nothing. Sitting back in the damn chat, not typing nothing, dog. Sitting way in the back, not typing nothing. At all. Y'all like, shit, I'm just trying to see what he doing. I'm just trying to see, is he making good music, or is it alright music? Is it whack ass music? What he making? What he over there making? Shit, what he making? But okay, we're gonna pick the drums here in a second, y'all. I'm gonna get some water. Alright, but in the meantime, I would greatly appreciate it if y'all double tap the screen for me. Okay, it helps the channel a lot. So double tap the screen and sub to the channel, if you know what I mean, man. Hit that button right there if you know what I mean. Hit that mug today and get out your way, okay? Boom, just get that mug up out of there. It ain't supposed to be there, you know? Because once you hit it, it's gone. You ain't got to worry about it no more, right? But anyway, I'll give y'all a minute. Hold on, look at my mom in the chat too, man. My mom's saying be nice. I'm being nice. Y'all think I'm being mean? Y'all think I'm being mean? My own mother saying... That's my real life mother in the chat, y'all. She telling me to be nice. Am I being mean to y'all? Do y'all feel like I'm being mean? Anyway, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, man. Y'all ready to get back to it? Let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see what y'all talking about here. Okay, yep. Let's see. Bunny said my duos team hit gold tonight. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. That's what's up. Will said I like my money in blues. Hey, man, me too. Most definitely do. I feel that. Avery said she weak. Yeah, we see y'all though, not typing nothing exactly. Okay, so you feel like I'm being mean though? Y'all feel like I'm being mean? That's hella funny. What's up, Theron? What up, bro? Let's see. Yeah, why go across town? That's Theron, man. Welcome back, dog. At least I'm pretty sure he changed his name a lot. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see. She said not typing out. You said it's a reference to something you don't want to say. Well, anyway, let's go back and play the music that we was playing. Find some stuff to add to it. Let's see. Let me take some of this out. Something like that. Hold on. All right, let's figure this out. Shit, I had the wrong shit, Joe. Oh shit. Hold on, dog. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Why is it doing that, bro? Why is it doing that bullshit? What in the world? Alright, check this out. We're gonna say this here. I'm gonna play something else real quick. We're gonna switch it up. Switch up the vibe and shit. Let's see. Where's this bug at? We can play some of this. More like what, boom bap jazz type shit lately. Every time about half of y'all didn't like, huh? Yeah, that's right. Some of y'all just got here too, man. Double tap that screen for me. I hit that like button, y'all. We got people outside my window, dog. They sitting there listening. They like, yo, we playing music again. Folks be getting excited around here, boy. They be sitting outside and shit trying to get a free show, you know? I'm whispering because I got my window open. If I talk loud, they definitely gonna hear me. They gonna be like, oh shit, he knows. Then they gonna skedaddle. And I'm cool with them just chilling. You know what I'm saying? They could chill there and listen. Anyway, let's see what else I'm talking about, man. Let's see. Boy, said I get told that I mean mug too much. You saying you got the what's that, RBF? You got the RBF syndrome? Yeah, let's get the likes up there, y'all. Come on, double tap that screen for me. There also, I was tapping the screen, but it won't like it. I was about to hit my fucking phone. Hey, well, look, do this. Do this. Hit this button right here. Boom. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Just like that. All right? Anyway, let's get it, y'all. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. What's that other song? Hold on. There was something I made. Where's that shit at? Y'all want to hear some of this, man? We can, yeah, actually, let me go back here. Let me do this. Now, this one for sure. This one is most definitely like my favorite one that I've made recently, okay? Most definitely my favorite one. Let's see. Boy said, oh my God, no, I mastered the meme mug. What you got, RBF? That's what I'm saying, RBF. You know what that mean? Avery said, tell it to stop. Hey, man, you know what? People said the same shit about me. When I be walking around my job, you know, I just have, I guess, a look on my face that intimidates some people. But I'm not like looking around to fight nobody. I had one person when I was working at this hotel. You know, I was doing valet. This lady said to me, she was a front desk lady. She's like, come here real quick. I want to talk to you. I'm like, what's up? She's like, whose ass you finna go beat? I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, you walk around like you finna go beat somebody's ass. I'm like, what? Like, no, that's just how I look, you know? But when she told me that, I was like, okay, well, I don't wanna come across looking all mean and shit, you know what I mean? That's not my intention. Not my intention at all. But anyway, let's check this out. Y'all ready, dog? Y'all ready to make it happen? Let's get it. RBF is not the same as meme mug. I mean, kinda. They're similar. Very similar. You say I look like I'm gonna be scary in real life? No, I'm not scary. But I guess I probably don't. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Yo, Will, what do you think, man? Do I look scary in real life? See, Will know me in the chat. Hold on, let's switch this up a little bit. Yeah, RBF. Yep, that's it. That's it. All right, come on, y'all. Okay, see, I appreciate that, Will. Thank you, man. See, even my friend right here said I don't look like mean or scary or intimidating in real life. But confident, I can go with that. I can go with that. Yep. His mom confirmed this. Y'all funny. I'm actually gonna play this. I feel like we're doing like sleepy time vibe, you know what I mean? We damn near falling asleep, bro. Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat, man. What is this? Mocha tastes like grass piss? What? 10 cans of ass? Hell no. Mocha? You don't like mocha? Is that what you're saying? Green mocha? You talking about matcha? You talking about like green tea matcha? Is that what you're saying? I think that stuff is pretty good. Personally, you know what I mean? Wait, let's jam out with this. Yeah, matcha. Yeah, matcha. No, matcha's good, man. Matcha's hella good. It was made right. We just played a few tracks I made recently. They're on the same way. They're on the same way, bro. I mean, maybe the TV can be going, but I really don't like a whole lot of noise. decent tracks. What y'all talking about in the chat? What y'all talking about, dog? Let's see. You say your dad has one of those? Boy's me mug is dope as fuck. Daryl said he don't know if he has one. Some say I look nice, but I'm an asshole. That's true. That's true. Yep, yep. Yeah, your mom tell you to fix your face? Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, if that happens, you got one, yep. Hell no. See, I missed all this in the chat. Let's see. Oh, she doesn't like my opinion on matcha? You don't like matcha tea for real? That's some good stuff, man. What the fuck? Okay, he likes to drink his own stuff. Okay, interesting. Interesting. let's keep it rolling, man. Cool, dog. Cool, cool, cool. Trying to think what else we should play before we get about here today. On a music stream kind of thing. Let's see. Where's that mug at? But some I made kind of recent. Wasn't too bad of a track. What's the one I got though? Let's see. Hold on one second. I'll read the chat here in a second. I'm kind of thinking about playing something a little older. A little older track. Y'all want to do that? Play an older track? Go back a little bit. I have to see if this is it though. Before we wrap up the show, let's see. What y'all talking about? They all say, has your neighbors ever told you you make nice music? I mean, they never really commented on it. You know? I'm pretty sure that they would tell me that it's too loud before they would say that they like it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, she said you type like an 8-year-old? Damn. All right, well, anyway, have a good one, Avery. Appreciate you. All right, hold on a sec, y'all. Okay, y'all ready, man? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to keep it going? Let's see. Yo, put the number 8 in the chat if y'all want to hear this next track. Put the number 8's in the chat, dog. 8's in the chat. 8's in the chat. Y'all being shy, and I don't know why. Let's check this out. It's like one of the track I'm looking for. One in particular I'm looking for. I definitely want to play before we wrap up the show, okay? What's up, Dina? Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. He said, we're so late for bed. What you mean? I ain't going to bed yet. I ain't going to bed. Not yet. Not yet, not yet. I gotta change this pin comment. My bad, y'all. Change this up out of here. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, let's check this out. This might be the track I'm looking for. Let me see. This is it. This is it. Alright, come on. That might be it, y'all. That might be it for me. Let's see, we had 10 likes. Okay, that's what's up. Appreciate y'all, man. That's what's up, dog. That's what's up. Yo, Funnylander, welcome back, man. He said, hey, man, play any deep, chill track, listen dreams from New Ages. New Ages, yeah. For inspiration? Okay. I'm listening to some of his music offline, but right now it is time to go. It is time to end the show, you know? But look, do me one last favor, though, because it helps the channel out a lot, all right? And hit that like button on the way out for me. Just double tap the screen. Double tap the screen, if you know what I mean, man. And hit that button right there, too, if you see it, okay? Hit that mug today and get out your way, all right? But yeah, I'm gonna hop on the game for a little bit. We're gonna chill there for a little while, kick it. Y'all can come through and ask me some questions. Come through for a few. Some of you, I might see y'all there, but whether I see y'all later or not, I hope you all have a great rest of your morning, evening, noon, or night, all right? Whatever time it is, wherever y'all may be around the world, I appreciate all y'all once again. And until next time, y'all. Peace out.